Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone today? All right, I am excited. I am keeping my word. This is Dr. Conti with Dr. Conti Speaks and the founder, CEO of Fresh Spirit Wellness for Women. I am keeping my word. I have charged myself and challenged myself to come every week, every Sunday. Gonna try to hit 6 o'clock. Gonna try to hit 6 o'clock every Sunday. I am coming to you from StreamYard, so please allow StreamYard to let me see you comment. And if you're hopping on, say hello. I want you to interact and chat with me. We're going to be talking about healthy breakups versus toxic breakups. For those who do not know who I am, as I said, I'm Dr. Conti Terrell. I have counseled, coached, consulted for almost 25 years now with women. Particularly, I have an infinite love for empowering women, my sisters of all nationalities, creed, color, you name it. I enjoy empowering you to be your best self. And so I do that via counseling and coaching and lives, as well as my books. My latest book went international bestseller, 12 Months to a Better You. And it is an awesome book. If you don't have it, go ahead and get it. You can get it at www. You can see the ticker at the bottom, www.drcontyspeaks.com. I really want to, and this is for men and women. This is for men and women. Every month you get to do one of the challenges. And these are challenges that I put together that I've used as life skills throughout the many years to help people become their best self. And this month's challenge is to communicate your needs, how to get what you want based on communicating your needs. And so I challenge you to do that. And so every week, set your timers and your reminders. I'm going to be on at 6 o'clock, and I want to just have a conversation with you all, because for the last 20 to 25, almost 25 years now, it'll be 24 in September of this year, I have had the blessing to be able to live my passion and helping women. And so for people who don't know my story, I am a survivor from domestic violence. And so I know you hear that everybody's been abused, and there's so much of it going on, and it's different from anybody else, and you're absolutely right. However, I thought I was different. And so I know that there are many women out there that feels like, but this is not you. This is not for you. This is not something that could happen to you. And that's exactly what I thought. But I wanted to do what I do because there are so many of you that are just like me, that are smart, that are beautiful, that are career women, that are holding it down, that are good parents, and all of that stuff. And then you end up with the nightmare on Elm Street for a partner in a relationship. And so I want to talk about breakups and how you're in a toxic relationship when you get ready to try and break up with somebody, and these things happen. So let me know if you're on. I'm going to see who's chatting here. Please say hello. I like to go live straight from my page because it seems like I get more of you interacting than when I do it from StreamYard. But I want to do it from StreamYard because StreamYard I can actually record in 3 places at once. I can record on my YouTube page as well as my group page. And if you haven't gone over and joined my new group, it is Real Love After Trauma. Go over and join that right now. I want to see all your beautiful pictures of those who are in some real great, healthy love relationships. Show me what you're doing today. Let me see how you're celebrating this beautiful day. I don't know where it is, how it is where you are, but here in Houston, the weather is phenomenal today. So post your pictures over there. Let me see what you're doing, because there are so many healthy relationships out there. And so I'm excited about you all. I like to celebrate you. I don't always want to talk about the unhealthy ones. I want to talk about the healthy ones too. I want to shine some love on you and celebrate you so that we can encourage others to know that there is healthy love after trauma. There is real love after trauma. But so many times we've had so many toxic relationships. Women have gone through so many toxic relationships that they don't really believe that there's healthy love after trauma. So just chat with me. Let me know if you feel like there is healthy love out there after trauma, or if you feel like you've had a hard time finding healthy love, or if you feel like, yes, whatever, just give me a chat and, let me know what you're thinking. And so the first thing I want to talk about today is the responses to a breakup from a toxic person. So these are some of the things that happen when you're in a toxic relationship and you finally said, you know what? Something about this just not right. I'm tired. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of, fussing. I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of not feeling safe. I'm tired of, going through all of the chaos and the trauma and the drama. And you decide, cut it. It's enough. Wrap. That's it. I don't want it anymore. So a healthy relationship, the person may be upset. No relationship is easy. No breakup is easy. But in a healthy relationship, the person may be upset. They may be, down. But generally, you guys can talk about it and they will say, okay, I really want to work this out. You may try. But if it doesn't work out, or they both, if you both see that it's not going to work out, they're pretty calm about it. And they're like, okay, almost deuces, not in a bad way, but we both agreed that this is not working. It's not the right thing for you. It's not the right thing for me. It's not the right time. It's not the right situation, whatever. And you move on. Is it hurtful? Yes. Is it, discomforting? Yes. All of that. But you move on and you move on and heal and you get through it, and you don't bash one another. You don't do all the toxic things that happen when you're breaking up with someone that you have been in a toxic, abusive, narcissistic relationship with. Those people, on the other hand, promises to change. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. I won't do it again. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. How many times have you heard that? Let me know if you've heard that. Let me see some hands. Even if you're not watching live right now, if you watch later, let me see those hands saying, those show of hands that you can just pop your little hand up and show, yes, you know what I'm talking about. I'll promise to change. We get a tons of promising to change when someone that you're breaking up with is toxic. First of all, a healthy person, it may not be anything that they really need to change. It's just that you guys didn't work out. It wasn't a good match. The other thing that they'll say is, I'll enter into counseling. I'll get some therapy. I'll go to anger management. I'll go to abusers school program, whatever. We hear that. Women, if you've been in a toxic relationship and you're trying to break it off, these are the things that you hear. And these are the things that you need to know, that you don't want to go back. You need to run fast and furious to the other side. Keep going the way you were going. I see a thumbs up. Let me know who's watching. Say hello to me in the chat. Share this if you're watching. Also, set your timers. We're going to be going over some wonderful, good things on Sundays. The Dr. Conti sessions, Sunday sessions. I said last week, I don't know what we're going to call them, but just want to equip you and help you to see things that we miss. And let me tell you, I was the type of person that thought, that's not me. It must be somebody on the other side of the track she talking to, child, because I'm too smart for that. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you're educated. It doesn't matter if you have, great relationships in the past. It doesn't matter. A narcissist or a controlling, abusive person can spot out something vulnerable in you and use it and draw you in. And before you know it, you are sucked in. But when you're trying to get out, these are the things that happen. So then they'll say, okay, I'll stop drinking. It was the drinking. I'll go to AA. It was the drinking that caused me to act this way. Or a ton of apologies. Usually it was your fault in the relationship. It was all your fault. It was all your fault. Now it's a ton of apologies. I apologize. It was me. I apologize. Or even still, even when apologizing, a lot of times it's I apologize, but if you had not have, or if you hadn't made me do this, look what you made me do. But I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it better. These are the things that happens when you're breaking up from somebody and it's a toxic relationship. Also, telling you all about um, how much how they are going to be so lost without you, and how you're going to be so lost without them. Yes, you're going to be so lost without them, and they're going to be so lost without you, and nobody else is going to want you, and it's not going to work with anybody else because we're just meant to be together. Healthy people, healthy relationships, if it's not working, it's okay. It hurts. They wish it had, but they come to the conclusion quite quickly that you're right. Maybe we need to give this a break. Maybe we need to not do this. Maybe there is something about this that's just not working for us. Telling you no one else is going to want you. No one else is going to be there with you like I was. Also, one of the tactics that you know you're in a toxic relationship or relationship with someone who really is having some emotional issues is they want to threaten to commit suicide. Now, I'm not saying that they say this just because, just to get you back. Most of the time, yes, but trust me, when you're dating someone who have gone through, you've gone through a lot of toxicity, threats. I always say abusers don't make idle threats. So if they're threatening to kill you, if they're threatening to kill themselves, you have to know that this is definitely possible. But most of the time, they're threatening suicide because they know that nobody wants to be with somebody and feel like if I break up with you, you're going to kill yourself. Who wants that on their head? And who wants that in their mind thinking, oh, it was because of me? So all types of tactics to get you to stay. And that is why women go back to these toxic relationships on an average of 7 to 11 times. And it keeps growing. It keeps growing. Also, saying that you are abandoning them, making you feel guilty because you're abandoning them. You're doing like everybody else. You're just like everybody else. Everybody else has left me, and now you're doing the same thing. Don't fall for it, ladies. Don't fall for it. Threatening to kidnap and take custody of your children. A lot of times they threaten to take the children, threaten to call CPS on you, threaten to call, whomever, and attempt to take your children. So nobody wants to go through that. So then you're like, okay, well, let's just work this out. It's not working out. It's nothing to work out. Also, all of a sudden, turning very nice. The crazy, angry monster that you've seen for weeks now is totally different. Totally different. Just sweet and turn nice all of a sudden. All of a sudden. This is tactics of what happens when you are trying to break up with somebody who is toxic. If you're watching, say hello. If anybody understands what I'm saying, if any of this sounds familiar to you, say Ouch. Yes, I know. You're right. Something. Let me know that you're out there. Let me know that you're watching. Also, getting other people to pressure you into seeing their side or giving in. I mean, they will call your parents, they'll call your friends, have their boss call you, have their pastor call you, your pastor call you. All of these people who really don't know the ins and outs of what's going on. And so they try to get them to convince you that you should give them another try. So remember, there was a reason why you decided this is not for me anymore. If you were in something healthy and you decide it's just not working, healthy people will usually say, okay. They would try it, they want to work it out, but if you don't want them, a healthy person is not going to try to make you want them. Also, taking care of things that you have been complaining about for a long time. Financial fixings, hazardous, situations around the house, getting a job, agreeing that you both can go out with each other's friends, and all those things that you have complained about forever. All of a sudden, now it's okay. We're gonna make sure I'll take care of it. I'm now cutting the grass. You've been complaining about never cutting the grass all the time. You've been complaining about not paying the bills on time, paying the bills on time. You've been complaining about all of these different things. You can't hang out with your friends. Now, sure, you're right. You need time with your friends. But remember, this is just to confuse you and make you want to work things out, because nobody really wants a breakup. Nobody wants to go through a breakup, but you also know you want to be happy. No one wants to continue any type of relationship with someone and you're constantly bickering, constantly fighting, constantly defending yourself, constantly feeling like you're walking on eggshells. The other thing that happens when you are breaking up from someone and it's a toxic relationship is they start spreading rumors about you, trying to ruin your friendship and your reputation. Again, excuse me, I always have terrible allergies. Again, healthy people are not going to start a smear campaign on Facebook. Matter of fact, they're going to still protect you. No, it just didn't work. She's a great person. We just didn't work out. Or it just we grew apart. I mean, they're still kind. They're still not trying to put you out in a bad light on social media and to your family, to your friends, calling your job, making bad accusations about you. Also, starting a new relationship or an affair to make you jealous or angry. Healthy breakups, that person is going to take the time to heal. They're not trying to go out, involve another person into this relationship, into their lives, just to get you to feel jealous, mad, upset, and think, oh, there was somebody else. I better go back. Toxic, toxic, toxic. All right. Also, insisting that they've already changed, insisting that I've already changed. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. You just haven't seen it. You haven't been around. Well, the problem is we usually, as women, we want love, and we have usually gotten into something too quickly in the first place. And so you didn't get to see the real person. So they haven't changed. They're the same person, but what they're doing is doing exactly what they did in the first place to convince you that they're different. They're putting back on that fake face, that imposter mode, going back to the imposter mode. Also, spreading confidential information about you to humiliate you. things that they know were confidential, things that you told them in confidence. Now they want to spread this all over to your friends, on your job, as I said, on social media. Toxic. This is toxic breakups. These are toxic breakups. How do you avoid toxic breakups, queens and kings? Because let me tell you, this is not just for women. Fresh Spirit, my nonprofit organization that helps those who are affected by domestic violence, started our first male support group in 2020. There are so many men who are dealing with toxic women, women who are toxic because they did not get the help. And so they've learned these same behaviors. They've gone from one toxic relationship to the next. And then finally, by osmosis or something, they got a healthy person and don't know how to be healthy. And they bring all this same old toxic stuff into a healthy relationship. And then when that man says, okay, I thought I could help you. I thought I could show you real, true love, healthy love. I thought I could be there for you. But then when you continue to show them that you're toxic and they're ready to leave, then you do the same things that I'm saying some men do to women. These toxic breakups. The other thing that they do is threatening or assaulting anyone you try to start a new relationship with, or anyone who is helping you. They threaten them, or they want to, assault them. We see oftentimes on the news where the new boyfriend is assaulted, or just a neighbor helping you get the groceries out of the car. All types of things. I have had terrible scenarios in the nonprofit organization Fresh Spirit where the abuser killed the wife or the girlfriend and the new boyfriend or the new person. That is also why it's very important that you take your time with people, that you, when you're starting a new relationship, that you give yourself, first of all, time to heal from a breakup and time to clear out anything that may be toxic. And then also, if you're starting a new relationship, time to make sure that this person has ended anything that could be as toxic as this and could cause your life to be in jeopardy or in danger. Also, getting you pregnant. Now, all of a sudden, they feel like you're ready to break up. They feel like you're ready to move forward, and they want to get you pregnant. Want to get you pregnant because if I can get you pregnant, that's another reason for you to want to feel like you need to stay. And let me tell you, abuse doesn't stop just because you're pregnant. We, in my field, see a lot of women who are abused during their pregnancy. I just recently did a interview about the loss of my baby when I was pregnant at 4 months old. So, and what we know is that this is an extremely dangerous person if they can abuse you while you are pregnant. We call them, like, we give them double points on our lethality level when we're discussing in my field how lethal a person is. That makes a person extremely lethal. So don't think just because now all of a sudden he wants the baby that you've been begging to have, or now all of a sudden that you're pregnant, that this is going to make a difference. Most of the time, it makes things worse. Stalking you, showing up where you are, showing up at your parents' house, showing up at your jobs, at your job site, so showing up at all these different places. Remember, this is not a healthy breakup. And sometimes you might even have to get the law involved. You might even have to go and file for a restraining order, file for a protective order. Now, we know that it's a lot of people say, well, it's just a piece of paper. Doesn't help. Yeah, but it can get the ball rolling. It may make the person feel like, well, maybe it's not worth me to continue to pursue it. But guess what? You're right. Sometimes they will overlook that. We know many people have gotten killed even with the protective order, but you still need it. Get it, because the minute you see that person, you call 911, you call the police, you say, look, I have a restraining order, a protective order on this person. He's in my yard or he's at my job, so that they can come, and it gives you another layer of protection, another layer of protection. Also, physically and sexually assaulting you. Mad that you want to break up. So now they physically and sexually assault you. Also trashing your items, trashing your house, trashing your car, vandalizing things that belong to you, breaking your cell phone, all of these things, and then threatening to harm you and kill you. This is what happens when you're breaking up from a person that is toxic, that was a narcissist, that was abusers. Healthy relationships, when you decide it's over, they may not be happy, they may be sad, but they don't go through all of those lengths. So I just wanted to share that with you. If any of that sounds familiar to you, if any of that sounds familiar to you, and if you're coming on late, go back and listen to the replay. These sessions are going to be really quick. They're going to be about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes every Sunday at 6 o'clock. This is my second one. I pledged and challenged myself to do 10 in a row. I will be giving you guys some information again on the ABCs to self-success. We stopped at Q. And so we will, that was self-quiz, giving yourself a self-quiz so we can make sure that we are living the way we should be living and that we are doing the things that we should be doing, just quizzing ourselves. Next one is going to be R. I will talk about it a little bit on next Sunday. Self-reliance, how to be reliant and relying on yourself. That's very, very important. Fresh Spirit is so excited that we did some amazing things last week. So if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, please go to www.freshspirit.org or call us at 713-588-4418. We were able to give 120,000. You see 120K right here, assisting families in financial assistance. We distributed 120K $1,000 to help those who were struggling during COVID. How can we do that? We do that through grants. We do that through donations, through the wonderful people like you. So continue to donate at www.freshspirit.org. We just moved into our new office. We will be having a private opening for many of our board members and many of our funders and those who've been donors consistently for years. We will be enjoying showing them around the new office. I'll have plenty of pictures for you all to see and maybe even go live or something during that time. But next month, I'm really excited that we will be showing off the new office. It's coming along quite nicely. But again, I'm Dr. Conti. I'm with Dr. Conti Speaks. I like to share all of these things with you because you are probably like me. You are probably one of the women that think or thought this could not be me. And you may have gone through this and now feel like you don't even want to date anymore. And so I really hate when I hear women say, I'm just not going to date anymore. I'm going to give up. You don't have to do that. There's some wonderful men out there. There's some wonderful, healthy men out there. I just want to be able to help you know what it is that and when I say what you've done or what you're doing, I don't mean to say it as if you are at fault. Nobody says, wake up and say, I want to go out and attract somebody that's abusive or that's a narcissist. But there are things that we do that attract these people to us. And so I want to help you understand what that is, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And I want you to know, I want you to be very clear of what it is that we sometimes as individuals do, that these people are like Pac-Man right to you. because that's exactly what they're looking for. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about healthy relationships. I love, 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 love. I love the entity of love. I love the entity of marriage. And I love healthy relationships. So I want to help you find that for you and help you shed all of the things off that keep attracting these knuckleheads to you. And for those who are enjoying some healthy love after trauma, many of you have gone through things in childhood, gone through things in high school, gone through things in college, and now you're like finally found the love of your life that's healthy. Share those great healthy traits with us on Real Love After Trauma over in my group. I'm also taping there as well today, right now. I'm taping on my Dr. Conti page as well as my YouTube page. So if you haven't gone and liked my YouTube page, please like it, sign up, and subscribe to it. Everything is under Dr. Conti Terrell, or Dr. Conti Speaks. So please go and join me on those sites, Instagram as well. Thank you for those who have already been following me. And I am, again, this is my 2nd out of 10. I'm promising to come every week. You guys, please, please, please set your cameras. Set your alarms for your social media lives. Share it. Let people know. This is some great information. And all my beautiful, successful queens, it's time for you to enjoy real love. And I want to help you with that. But you can't fix what you don't admit is broken. And obviously, if you've had toxic relationship after toxic relationship, there's something broken there and we want to fix it. For those who are my boss ladies, all my boss ladies, let me hear you say, I'm a boss. If you are a boss, if you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur, we're doing an amazing collaboration book. Hit me up. I really want you to be in it. We're about to close it out. But I want some, we've had people to inquire, and I'm not going to lie, I am being very, I won't say picky, but selective, because I really want women in this book that's going to share their journey and be a blessing to other women and show them that you too can become your own boss, your own entrepreneur. You don't have to continue to do things that you don't like. You can live your purpose. You can be financially successful. And I want to help you do that. I want to encourage you. So if you're doing that, if you're the boss that's doing that, we need your story so that we can use it to help encourage the other ladies to do the exact same thing. I get to live my purpose every day, working for myself, helping other people every day, and it is nothing like it. And so if you are doing the same thing, let me know, because we would love to have you in the Boss Lady collaboration book coming out later this year. All right, guys, good to see you. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.